Hey, Dave Knight here from 123daytrade.com. We'll do something a little bit different today because I want to do something a little bit different. If you look back at some of the stuff that I've done, I have the trading that I like to do. I'm a crude oil trader. That's what I make my living doing. But with that being said, I also like to go and gamble at the casino occasionally and try to take more away from it than I'm willing to give. And probably another component that I really enjoy doing is going to estate sales and trying to get silver or gold at a low price, usually silver, because unless I can find something with a 14 karat or 10 karat ring or something that I could, it's stamped. Sterling silver, I will buy that, 0.925 if you're familiar with the sterling silver side of that. And that's also stamped too. So when you're buying silver. But my favorite pastime is to actually buy and sell coins. So like for instance, this is called an American Silver Eagle. It's pure silver. It's point 0.9. It's as pure as you can get. 0.9999. Let me get that up there into the camera. Let me try this again. It's not focusing in like I want it to. Anyway, I'm sure you've seen what American Silver Eagle looks like. It's got the Lady Liberty, and then it's got the silver is kind of cool because it gives out the best luminance. Like gold never tarnishes, silver will, right? So, for instance, this is a Morgan silver dollar. This is a common one. It's 1882.0, and you look at to find out who stamped it and who made it. You look at the eagle side of the Morgan silver dollar, and on the bottom, you should be able to find. You might be actually able to see the O that's on there. Anyway, a couple of the tools of things that you need to have. By the way, I was able to find a 2015 American Silver Eagle today at a bargain. So brand new, uncirculated, and probably shouldn't be touching it with my hands, but such is it. So 2015. I need to get one more. I always get at least two every year, one for each one of my boys. So I love silver. Silver is just holding silver is really cool too. Because you actually have you have something that's pure, and this is as pure as silver can get right here. This American Silver Eagle. And by the way, the Morgan silver dollar, the one that was made in 1882. Whoops, one that was made in 1882. This is, you shine it up, or you don't really want to do anything with it. Excuse me. You don't want to shine it. You want to put it in a sleeve or put it in a container and put it away. And I've got containers that I hold stuff like this. Now this Morgan silver dollar is 90% silver. And by the way, when you're looking now, you've seen some of the things I put out there. The penny from 19 on the safe side, 1983 and lower. It's 97.5% copper. So you want to, every time that you get change, you want to look at your change and make sure that give the new pennies away and keep all the old ones because they're actually worth more. You can actually, if you watch one of the videos, I guess I'll put this into a series now that I'm thinking about. But if you watch one of the double your money video that I put out there, that's a penny, right? The penny is roughly, when I did at the time, I haven't looked this year yet, haven't gotten into the pennies yet, but every year I like to put away pennies for the year and find out what pennies that I accumulated through the year, which ones am I still looking to get, and coin collecting, I guess. Long story short, I guess that's where I'm getting at, collect coins. Now, when you're going to an estate sale, there's a couple things that you really need. And I would recommend that you have one of these. AWS scale mate. You can get these off of Amazon. And what I like about it on this one, now you want to be careful when you're getting it. Let me see it come on here. Well, this is unstable. Here, I'm going to have to take my camera off and then we'll put it down here. All right, so let me grab my camera and bring it down. So you can see the 0.00, right? So when you're weighing silver, this is the brand new coin that I just bought. 31.28, that's roughly where it should be. 31.3. Here's my older one that I have. This is so you can see 31.26. So this is rounding. What I like about this one is when I'm going to an estate sale, this rounds to the next decimal. So you got the tenths and the hundredths, right? So, and then this one is another one. This is the first one I ever picked up. This one's good too, but this one only calcs the grams. Let's see if you can see that. This one only calcs the grams to the first point. Maybe I should turn it around to start with. So there's 31.5, right? Let me turn this one around. $31.29. Same coin, a couple different scales. There's 31.3. See, that's another thing you want to do. You want to try to center it in on your thing. So 31.3, that looks like they're both weighing correctly. 31.29. Another way to test your scales is to take just, I bought this from Amazon as well, this little thing right here. It's just the weights. Like this is a big old, just weights, right? This right here is a 10-gram weight. So you can check your scale out by putting just the weight on, right? 9.99, right? And there's 10 right on the dot 10. So that's how you check your scales. You use one of these and you check your scale out. So now the Morgan silver dollar should weigh around this amount right here. 26.7, 26.8. So when you're weighing, and if you see a Morgan silver dollar, you want to be careful because people will try to trick you sometimes. So when you're especially 26.8, that's where it should be. And that's why I keep this with me, the 1882 O, and I don't sell it because it just reminds me where my Morgan silver dollar should be. So if I'm buying a Morgan silver dollar from someone, you know, and I'm weighing it, I want to make sure that it's at 26.8, and then or it rounds up to 26.8, and I'm checking my scale every time before I head out, right? So 26.7, that's close enough. I mean, give or take about 2/10, depending upon weather, is okay. So 26.8, and then one of these was the other. This is the 2015 American Silver Eagle that I just picked up, 31.2, right? And this is the 2013 31.2. Now they should be uniform. That's what's really cool about when you're doing this. 31.2, 31.3, that's where they should be weighing. And they should be weighing right in that area, 31.2, 31.3. So you can see that rounding up to 31.3. And then that's kind of how I do it. That's, you know, to double check the silver content. When you see that, that's, you know, you're not able to test silver coins right in front of someone. So you want to, the next thing that what you need to have is a scale. So, and then you want to have your weights for your scale too, to make sure that your scale's weighing. And a lot of times I carry two different scales with me. So you see the scales that I carry, I have a tenth and a hundredth scale that I use. Another thing that you want to invest in is this. No, I have other things and other tools, but what I like about this one, you can get this at Amazon too. Ha 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 ha. I got you going there, huh? So you got this right here, um, a loop, pretty much. This is what you would a magnifying loop, right? So when I'm looking at the coin, I'm up here and I'm looking at make sure that it is what it says it is. There's nothing, there's no discrepancies. And by the way, when you're looking at coins, like I'm looking for the O on the back here to see what the print, what the publishing, I mean the coin that where they made it, it was minted. So I'm always looking to double check that. So those are the things that I carry with me when I'm going out, and I like estate sales; they're my favorite. And then to take go to eBay and then sell it through PayPal. You know, there's a good demand to do all this. And so, but one of the things I wanted to talk about today was I every year about this time I go and price out my local pawn exchange. I actually go to a pawn exchange, um, a gold dealer, and then gold silver. You see these guys; they're a time of 5 or 10. They're all over the place, right? You go down the road and you probably run into 3 or 4 of them in your city right now or your town. Every town's got these little gold dealers that buy. I'll buy your coins. I'll buy your gold. I'll buy your silver. Blah blah blah. Right? So, and then a pawn exchange. Pawn exchange is kind of cool too. If you can cut a deal with them, you can actually make more money getting your stuff to the pawn than some of the others if you can find local mom and pops. If you can find a good person to work with, you can turn it around that way. But a pawn shop is probably the best place to buy the silver. My humble opinion, if you can work out a deal with that pawn, so or that owner of the pawn shop. So then you can turn around and sell that on eBay, and you can cut them in and things like that. So that's kind of what I do. I cut in my local pawn dealer, and we work together that way sometimes. So I guess basically items he can't move. So, and I don't move silver outside of coins. So, Morgan silver dollars, Buffalo, the Buffalo nickels, the um, uh, uh, things that are hard to move and things that are hard to move, then no, I'm not touching them. It's my favorite thing to try to sell off is silver. But anyway, so the spot price roughly is 14.5, 14.6, depending upon today, depending upon who you went to. I have like my sheet. This is actually my spreadsheet for my trading. And on one of the tabs that I have is the gold, silver, platinum, palladium area that it's on the London Fix. So when I'm looking at the silver prices, for instance, a gram of silver today, going back and looking at like 9 days, like I like to do on my other things, my trading. Um, Today's the gram price, pure silver gram price. I priced it in at 14.12 per gram, 0.4541. So when I was going out today, what I was looking at just the silver price, then just the silver price, 14 fair price on American Silver Eagle today, it would have been $14.26. So let's look at 14.26. That's just in the silver weight, not taking into account any numismatic value. So just the silver price itself, 14.26. Here's what I got. The pawn shop dealer told me he would pay $10.77 for the American Silver Eagle. Well, that's really bright, huh? Push it back so you can see it. Anyway, the American Silver Eagle, $10.77. I don't get him to price my coins because he doesn't take them. Um, a gold dealer in the area in my area, $12 was another one that I got, and another dealer that I know that always gives the best prices pretty much on everything silver, and that's because they have silver coins in their shop. And that's another key point. If you're going to sell your silver sometimes and you can't find a buyer like at eBay, then finding a dealer who actually sells coins. There's actually 3 of them in my local area that will pick up. If I'm sitting on something and I just need to unload it, that's a good place to go sometimes. So just so you know, 13 and a half from the best price, and I knew that was going to come in to be their best price. Now this 20, and I wanted to buy a 2015 today, and they had a 2015, and at the coin dealer today I paid $20.50, and they were willing to buy my 2013 for 13 and a half. Can you see that there might be an opportunity there? So the silver, they were willing to buy my silver at 13 and a half. And we're talking about coins, right? The only difference between these coins is one was made in 2013, the other's made in 2015, and they're both weigh the same. They're 1 ounce of silver. 13 and a half, they're willing to buy back, or I could sell my coin for 13 and a half, and I could buy silver for 20 and a half, $20.50 for 2015. 2010, for instance, 21 and a half. So each one of these coins is a different. So what am I getting at? There is if you can, like the estate sale, if you can find and pick off these coins at 90% silver, or like today, you know, they were the Morgan silver dollar. I'm not going to get into what the actual value of this is, but the gold dealers out in my area, one would going to pay me 16 and a half, and the other was paying 18. And actually, the one that normally gives me the best price on coins was actually underneath. She was trying to convince me today that this was not worth as much as I know what the price of this. I can go on eBay at any point in time and know exactly where this is priced at. So 1882 fair condition. You know, I know it's not good. It's not in a sleeve. It's in a sleeve, but it's not. It hasn't been certified and put into. And that's another thing too. Maybe I'll get that on another video when I'm thinking about it. But I thought about putting a course together on this kind of stuff, and another tool that I use to help me in. There was one tool that I used to use, and then I picked up a new tool that I'm really starting to like. But I thought that this was kind of interesting. You know, I actually price out, I don't know if you can see this, but that's like where I can see where they're paying per gram. So like at 100% all the way. So like today I said silver price at 0.999 silver, 0.4223 is roughly where, and then 0.90% silver, 0.395 per gram. So now I can go back and figure out what they're paying per. So for instance, I guess it's easier just to explain it this way. All right, so the Morgan silver dollar, let's just go with the $18. So they were willing to give me $18. So this was the $18 cost of this coin right now. And so what is the value of this, just the silver content of this particular coin? Pure the 90% silver on this, you're looking at $10.95. Just the melt. That'd be the melt value today. $10.95. By the way, you never want to melt a Morgan silver dollar. Don't ever melt these things. They're definitely worth more to keep them. You know, if you get rings and class rings and other things like that, yeah, you get your melting thing and melt them out and do all that good stuff, and then you can melt the gold, and that's another story for another time. But a furnace, right? So 26.8 grams on the Morgan silver dollar, pricing at 90% today, based upon the value of silver, is roughly $10.95. Now, the 1882 when I was looking online today, was going from $18.73 to 21.5. So And I mean, you just search on 1882 Morgan silver dollar in your Google box, bam, done. And you know where that's priced at because you'll start seeing a bunch of people that are doing it. And then you go to eBay to see it. So this coin right here, $16, 16 and a half to 18 bucks today, I could sell it and on the local dealers. Now at on eBay, the going price right now, 21 and a half plus $3 shipping and handling, $24.50. So roughly 21 and a half to sell the 1882 right now. So what am I getting at? Um, the gold dealers and all these guys, they're in the business to take your stuff away, even though one of them is considerably more than the rest of them, right? Like I talked about the silver, and that's the way you price. By the way, that's what you do when you go to your silver and gold dealers. You take a pure coin, and the cheapest way to bring it is to get American Silver Eagle, because this is 0.999% pure. So they're going to tell you that they're going to give you a price below spot, which is bullshit to start with. I mean, they should be at spot on this no matter what, because but they'll never give you spot. So the best deal that I got today was 93%, right? That'd be, and by the way, spot was 14 point. They were quoting spot at 14.55 during the day, and I have spot on my 9-day rolling average. I had spot at 14.122. So, that varies. So my silver price, that'd be what I'd be looking at, silver coin, just a pure silver, 14.122. So like today, that's probably what I would offer that person. I would always be higher than anybody out there, as far as, and the people that know me in this business know that I'm always going to be higher than them taking any gold dealer out there, any silver dealer, or anybody. And I don't do it across state lines. Don't worry about it. But so I'm always higher than anyone else out there, and that's another thing. If you can be higher than anyone else in your whole competition, I just showed you where the competition was on the Silver Eagle today, right? $10.77, 13 and a half, 12 bucks, and I would have been at 14.15 today, rounding up, or 14.10. So a coin, American Silver Eagle coin, pure silver, I would be at 14 point. I'm over everybody out there as far as buying them out in the outright market. Then when you turn around and sell it, and of course you got your eBay fees and other things that kick in, but that's where you can make a heck of a lot of money. But I know people that's done pretty well at doing this too. So, and it's just a hobby for me to collect. And if I have, I'm always trying to get at least 2 of the American Silver Eagles of the year, like for my boys. So I'm saving these things, and then every year, and then any the excess that I have, I don't need. So then I'm turning around and then I'm not holding on to it. I'm selling it. So, or trying to. So that's what I do with it. So, that's in a nutshell. That's kind of what I do, and it's a neat pastime to be able to. There's a lot of cool websites out there as far as the ANA and the coins that are out there. You got your coin shows, and there's all kinds of cool little avenues that you can find in your local area. I hook up with a few auctions around this area that I know or that sell coins, and I sell some of my more rare coins in the auctions that know that I can get a little bit better price at those auctions. Um, so of course, you have to pay the fee, so you have to always know what your fee is, what the fees is to sell something too, and then you have to figure out, is it worth it. Um, eBay is probably the best outlet to get rid of stuff when you're trying to move things. But if if you just got to simply unload it, then know where your highest gold or silver dealer is in the area. That's very important. And I guess that's about it. I'll probably put some stuff together, but I thought I would just share with you some of the things that I enjoy as a hobby. And that's my spreadsheet that I use. That on my trading spreadsheet, on side of one of the tabs, I keep track of where I believe gold and silver prices are, and then I can figure out exactly what I'd be willing to pay. For instance, if I was willing right now in gold, 10 karat gold per gram. You know, I mean, right now the per gram price of gold, pure gold, is 34.26 per gram of gold, and that translates out to 1,065 today. So pure gram gold, 1,065. Um, so and that's a troy ounce, right? So that'd be 32 ounces. Um, Excuse me, that'd be 32 grams, 1 ounce. One troy ounce is 32 grams. So 32.8, roughly in that area. That's where that silver coin is priced at the 32, and so forth and so on. And that's a story for another day, you know, the gold and how to do this. And maybe we'll get together and we'll talk about it a little bit more if there's enough interest out there. But that's kind of what I like to use. And I mean, you can get really down to it. You know, I've got a diamond thing that someone's giving me a ring. You know, I'm looking at the diamonds to see what I believe the clarity and color and all that stuff is going with. You know, by the way, the little bitty diamonds are worthless. If someone tries to try to sell you a diamond ring with all those little diamonds in it. Oh, look at this diamond ring with all these diamonds in it. Well, and the diamond carat weight, if they're just little itty bitty diamonds, they're worthless. You can't find anybody that'll pick those things up. So they're a good website for that. Be Rappaport. So um, there's all kinds of cool things out there, and maybe I'll share more of what I do and how I do it, and maybe even put like a little course together to help you, and if there's enough interest in it. So it's something that I enjoy doing as a hobby, coin collecting, and I found that there's a market to sell my surplus. So when I do it, and just to have some extra spending money, or this case, it usually pays my kids' Christmas. So that's kind of what I look at it. And I like going to estate sales and auctions. That's probably your best bet. Craigslist, that's an area that I'll pick off some things occasionally as well. And I'll do just about anything at Craigslist, depending upon what I'm looking at, an estate sale or whatever. If I think I can resell it, like for instance, the coolest things I ever did is I picked up two recliners for like $5 a piece, and I had them I had them cleaned. Um, I cleaned them. I got the little steamer and cleaned it, and rented it from the local grocery store. Came over here, cleaned them up. I got in, and person that was there was a big person, and there was I think we got about $32 and change out of the two chairs as far as change and money and dollars. Person, you know, so they were getting rid of something. There's money inside of it. By the way, when you do pick up these things like that, you might want to look inside, see what you can find, then just retack it back on again. Um, Clean them up, and I turned around and I sold them for $50 a piece. We So you know my end cost was about $20, and then I turned around and sold them for 100. So and they came and got them. So I put them in the back of my little SUV and carried them and cleaned them up. Boom, gone. Two recliners, sold them for $100, and I had my end cost about maybe no more than $20, and plus gas, maybe another gallon in gas back and forth. You know, so you know $25, 100, sold it for 100. They came and got it, so I net $75. I mean, these kind of deals are out there all the time when you're looking. So you just got to know what things will sell for on the other end of that, right? So and I sold that through Craigslist. I mean, you never know where things are going to sell until you put it out there, right? So, I mean, no one's going to, you don't want to ship furniture, but people in Craigslist will come and pick things up. So, hey, this is where I am. Come get it. Now, if you're a single woman, you know, that might not be the thing to do. You might want to meet them in another place, or you get yourself a rental unit, and make sure that it's daytime when you guys meet and stuff like that. And then, you know, there's ways of going about it too. So, you don't want them coming to your home if you don't trust the individuals, because that's kind of what you want. And if it's small, you know, like coins for me, and if it's small, then we go meet at the local Barnes and Noble or Starbucks or some kind of place, And if it's something of value that I really want, then I'm going to buy their breakfast usually during this time of the year. I'm going to buy their lunch, or so I'm going to get them to know, like, and trust me, and then they'll bring me other deals later on too. So that is that kind of like that way of getting in the door, right? If you can find a couple people out there, I call them grunts, that can find things for you at the state sales, and then they know that you're going to beat every price out there, then you always got a ready market for it too. So, just got to trust the person that is dealing with you, and you just outprice everybody in the area. If you can beat your best priced person, because they're going to take it to everywhere. The ones that they're going to keep you on your toes. They're going to still take it, and they know the prices. The people that are good and the grunts that are good, they're good at it. They're going to some of them aren't so good. Others are right on top of it. They know exactly what it's worth. So if you pay them more than the local dealer out there is willing to do it, then you got yourself a customer. I mean, you got yourself a person that's going to come back with you and come back and give you some more stuff too. So then you just turn around and sell it off eBay, Craigslist, wherever you can get it. If I don't think I can turn it, then I don't buy it. So that's kind of what it is. And they know what I'm looking for, and you tell them what you're looking for. If you got people out there and going into the estate sales anyway, start talking to people, or they go into the auctions, and you give them. I look over an auction list and I say, I'm interested in these things. I know this individual. Then I tell them what I'm interested in. They pick it up for me. I pay them what I will pay for it, no more, no greater. And it's always amazing how that item gets up to what my cost of where I'm going to buy something at. So of course, I'll let them get away with that too. So if I can't be present, then I know exactly how much I'll pay for something at top price, right? So that's yeah, they got to make a living too, right? Your grunts got to make a living as well. So if they get you for a couple bucks here and there, just smile and grin, and just know that if they even if they don't know, that. So all right. So 30 minutes of me just sitting here talking and having some fun, and just a one-on-one conversation with you about something that I'm passionate about outside of trading. And that's coin collecting, silver. Silver is my favorite to pick up because it's fairly cheap right now. Now you're looking at spot price of silver at 14 and change right now. Um, that wasn't 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was at 30 something and change. Um, so some of the silver prices has that may fallen in half. I think in 2013 was when the price of silver was at the highs. I have to think about that for a second. 2013, and they started falling in like March of 2013. I think that was roughly around the highs of the market at that point. Um, silver and gold, silver and gold. Anything else I want to share with you right now in this 30-minute video? Not really. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover for now. So I'm going to throw this up there and put it in my coin estate, whatever we're going to call this video series. But I thought that I would share with you some of the things I like to do in the month of December. December is my month. In July, slow month of July. It's a little bit. It's more fun to be in a estate sale in July because it's a lot warmer than being in December. But you find some of your better deals in December too. So when it gets cold out, not as many people are there. People are trying to really push and get rid of stuff in the month of December. And there, you don't want to take advantage of somebody, but then again, it's just the way, and it's just business in the end, right? So you got to look at it that way. It's just business. They're moving, or they're selling, they're getting out of town, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't try to worry about what's the story behind it. I just, what am I willing to pay for something? That's all it is to me. It's a business. What am I willing to pay, and I'm going to give them a fair price. That's what you do. If you give them a fair price, and you can beat the dealers in your local area, um, then that's you've made yourself a little bit of a name, right? So and those that know you will continue to do business with you. All right. God bless. Take care. We'll see you on our next video. Bye for now.